see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the UTEP Miners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Miners... Get away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads, showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Brown wants to pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on 3rd down. The give on the option. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So the UTEP Miners offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule.
Turning it on! Got the first down. Looking for more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dropping back, it's Nelson. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. This offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple weeks.
Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TF out.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Great place to start for this offense. On the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. It's complete to the left. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Miners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Now on the option. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Really good job by this defense, man. 4th down and short. Great job playing the quarterback first. That's the most important part of the option. Don't let him get downhill. Now it gets to the pitch man. It gets a little bit outside. They run to the football and get the big stop on 4th down.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Leaves it with the back. And into the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Miners are rolling down the field. Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UTEP.
They finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Doyle. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The option look. Slithers into space. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
The Miners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Miners will snap it on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Buys a little extra time. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UTEP.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not like it into the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Pulls it in down the sideline. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Blackburn. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Ready to fire from the pistol. Calls his own number. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Miners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll ride his man on the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
On the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
It's now 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Nelson. Finds his man, it's Odom. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Miners will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
How many first downs is that alone? Just on this drive, the defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On the move. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Miners! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with them. Touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good half of football in a great town like El Paso. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at one of the most picturesque settings in the game, Sun Bowl Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starting this third quarter on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Back to throw, it's Nelson. Scrambling away. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Quarterback did a great job to extend the play, but just couldn't quite get set and organized to deliver an accurate pass.
And a lot of times you get rushed just a little bit too much. Everything's speed.
It's a running room. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The Miners really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Miners will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll go to the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Wilson on the carry. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, second and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. Third and short, I still got fourth down as well. So don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects
wide open spaces. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Flips it out to the back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quickly complete. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Miners will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've come to the break, and it's UTEP holding the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Sends it back in motion. Off play action. Under fire. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a 1st down. Nice balance by this offense.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those.
Touchdown, UTEP! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Georgia Southern looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before the year is out. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you...
It's a seam wide open. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. It's first and goal as Stanford comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Brown will throw it. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinal! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the fourth quarter.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time, they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. Smashes through the tackle. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Doyle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to fire on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Brown wants to pass. Gets it out fast. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page.
And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere, it's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
Quarterback keeper. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical third down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
Back to the ground with the running back. The tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.